Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Shadow Wraith here. We have got 800 point battle report coming up. It is against Black Riders, and I'm not playing it this time. It's actually one of my friends. I'm playing Angmar, so we'll quickly go over the lists. I'll put the description down below as well, so you can have a good look at them, because the Wraiths are all over the place. And we'll go from there. We've already rolled the scenario. We've got Domination, which is quite nice for me. I'm hoping my numbers can help out with that. So, here's the table. Nice and rocky, loads of things to hide behind. And we'll have a quick look at the Angmar. So, here we have the Tainted warband. He's hiding right there, under Ghulivar's wing. And he's got a bunch of orcs with a warg. Reference the list down below to see the details. We've got Ghulivar hiding just there, behind a rock, and an orc captain on warg right there. Okay, orcs all just within 6. And then we've got the Witch King hiding heroically back here. Sorry about the base. He has got the crown. My one broke, so I've had to have my 𝐃𝐽 stand in, but serves the purpose. And we've got one objective there. One objective, obviously, in the centre. We've got one hidden tactically behind here, with 3 ring wraiths. One there, and then finally we've got one there. Perfect. So there we go. We're going to get into the priority roll and then go from there. Cool, turn 1 priority. Big 5 for Angmar, 2 for you. Any heroics? Yeah, I didn't think so. We're pretty chill. There's nothing we can really do at this point. I think he's pretty safe where he's at.
Second wind. And capture the player power to remove the damage.
We'll just go and annoy these guys. Cool. That's how far they're going to go. And we'll record this. So, basically, I took priority, as you saw. He didn't call any heroics, so I kind of used all my troops to try and push on objectives and screen the best I could. From there, he did swing round. He managed to fire off a couple of spells. He instilled fear to push some of my orcs back from the far right objective, as you can see. And then he did crash into our lines. But my orcs were absolutely fantastic. They rolled nothing but 6s in the dual rolls, and the Wraiths unfortunately did not. So it was 2 of them that got into combat. I won both the fights, but one of them was against a 2-handed orc with an axe who piercing strike, because I assumed he was dead. He had the fight value on me. He had the knockdown. He had 2 attacks to my 1. I was -1 to my dual roll anyway. I was like, screw it, piercing strike, 2-handed, all that good stuff. Won the roll and cut his horse's head off. Sorry, little horses. So I managed to dehorse. The following turn, he decided to try a different tactic and be really aggressive. So he channeled with all of his wraiths. There was a combination of instill fears to move my guys away from the centre objective, as well as pushing forward, because I managed to call a heroic move to come forward, and before he had a chance to cast any spells, the Witch King on his fellbeast moved forward, dehorsed one of the ring wraiths, and then the Tainted came and dehorsed the last ring wraith, I believe. So yeah, we had 3 wraiths down off their horses. Then Ghulivar took 4 channeled black darts, and I've never rolled so hot in my entire life. It's unfortunate the camera wasn't running, but it's really busy there. We're at a local gaming club, so you know, when it gets quite loud, I kind of just switch the camera off, and I'll describe it to you now. Yeah, he's obviously got resistance to magic, but I used 1 will and resistance to magic. I rolled the 1 will first, rolled a natural 6, so got it refunded. Second one, rolled a natural 6, got it refunded. Third one, I think I rolled a 4. I describe it, had to spend a point of might, and I rolled another natural 6. Anyway, I resisted all of them. It was really, really bad luck on my opponent's part, because that should have killed Ghulivar. He should have had a couple of black darts left to either fling at my orc captain or something. But he did channel transfix my orc captain on warg, and the Witch King did manage to resist a black dart fired at him. But yeah, that's pretty much you cooked up. Yeah. Cool, so you missed it last turn. We had a couple of combats over here. I managed to dehorse, 3 Wraiths? 3 Wraiths in combat. The orcs were rolling hot, the Wraiths were not in combat. This turn I called a heroic move just to, actually, I dehorsed one with the Witch King. With a black dart, and get everyone else forward.
And the tainted dehorse another one.
Yeah, the tainted dehorse another one with a black dart. The Witch King managed to absorb a bunch of black darts, do alright, about 2. And then these guys came and just tried to bully Ghulivar. One of them transfixed for free this captain. Ghulivar rolled like an absolute boss. It was what?
3 black darts.
3 channel black darts he took, and he rolled natural 6s on 2 of them.
Yeah, the last one.
And last one he rolled a 4 because it got a 5 high. Terrifying, but scary. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes from here. So that was a really eventful turn there. We had the captain with a shield on his warg roll 6 after being channel transfixed. The Wraiths didn't roll a 6, so they lost that fight. Ghulivar managed to resist again. He's an absolute unit. I love him so much. You see those orcs in the semicircle? There was a Wraith there. He got killed because he got trapped. Yeah, his spells just didn't go off this turn, really. The Witch King, he's just chilling out. He did try and help out the war captain, but he couldn't quite do it. Yeah, I can't take any claim to this. I just had a really good turn. He had bad dice rolls. Unfortunately, the audio was lost on this bit, so I'm re-recording it. Yeah, the orcs are doing their job, screening and rolling 6s. I can't really moan at that. Not at all. So, the next couple of turns were absolutely key for Angmar. Yeah, I kind of used it. The Wraiths were concentrated on one part of the map, using their terror, their minus courage to keep my orcs at bay. To quite good effect. I did roll quite well on a couple of the courage tests, but when you're rolling about 8 courage tests, you're bound to roll a 10. It was pretty clutch, to be honest. On the left flank of the map, I have got that warband that you saw at the start, and they literally just ran up and grabbed that objective from the far side. He was still trying to kill my heroes. He just had a lot of bad luck with his rolls, or I had very good luck, or a bit of both, I think. Resisting, I had. The Witch King just did not go down. It was absolutely crazy. Ghulivar resisted the magic, just rolling 6s. It was to the point where you're like, what is wrong with these dice? They didn't roll this well for me at the last tournament I went to. But hey ho, it is what it is. Yeah, so we had a key moment where Ghulivar did charge. You'll see it in a sec. Calling heroic combat, and then recharging, killing 2 Wraiths, 3 Wraiths in total. Then he did get channel transfixed, took a couple of attempts to get him, but he was trapped, and I managed to get 2 orcs to charge 2 separate Wraiths to pull those 2 Wraiths off him, because he had 4 Wraiths on him, including the Witch King. And then the Witch King, he got so unlucky, just getting sniped out by the Tainted. Yeah, it was pretty rough. But yeah, no, Ghulivar being right in his face, Ghulivar still being alive, the Witch King on fellbeast still hanging about to mess about with him, and having the Tainted there as well. The warg captain did win a fight, but he didn't manage to kill that Wraith. Needed 6s even with piercing strike. Yeah, he's only got a couple of attacks. Yeah, it was really, really solid. I had a solid opponent. But he's relatively new with the Black Riders. I think he's only had about 4 games, and he didn't want to play like an absolute horrible person, because it is just a game. Just, we're not a tournament or anything like that. But yeah, no, he did good. It's different to my style of playing Wraith, but we'll cover that in the post game. Enjoy the cover of the last couple of rounds. So that's the end of the game. The Witch King lives with 1 will remaining. Ghulivar charged in, killed 2 of them in a heroic fight, which was quite good. So he heroic combated off a Wraith that was here, all the way over here, killed 2 of them. So he killed 3 Wraiths on his own. What a monster. But yeah, that's about it for the race, really. Then next turn he got heroic channeled, transfixed. Had to throw a couple at him to get him. But yeah, he was really lucky. Really lucky that only 1 got through, because it would have been black darts. I think if he didn't manage to resist the first couple of channeled transfixes. He's just been rolling like a god this game. We have called the game here because the Witch King did die to a black dart from the Tainted, who is here. So he popped his head out from behind this rock, came out, Witch King had charged into Ghulivar, black darted him, failed his fate. That's the downside to using Wraith, I suppose. I've only got 1 wound, he's only got 1 wound. It was a black dart off. Yeah. It's good, but if we carried on the game, it was pretty assured that I think Angmar could have probably had it, because he was about to fly away, never to be seen again, because I would have kept him hidden. This orc's got this objective. We definitely have that objective there. That objective. Here goes. Got orc running around to grab that objective. And we've got the orc party probably committing too many orcs onto this, but I did expect a flanking manoeuvre just in case. So that was just a quick recap of the battle. It's going to be a shorter battle report, but I'll do a post game after. Alright, cheers guys, thanks for watching. Bye. So, quick post game chat. It was a good game. Very much in my favour. The scenario was in Angmar's favour, I believe, just because of the model count. But I did deploy to try and negate the... I mean, he wasn't going to do it, I don't think, at all, to pop himself. We kind of like said, yeah, let's not do that. It's not. But in a tournament, we would have got to the point where he's like, right, I would now at this point pop all my wraiths. I'd win because I've got 2 objectives, kills your leader, stuff like that. But I kept my leader safe straight away, so we couldn't snipe my leader. And I did my best to keep orcs on at least 2 to 3 of the objectives if I could, without him being on too many of the objectives. I wanted to be on at least the same amount of objectives as him, because they'd need the leader kill, because I'd get the broken force points if he did pop himself and he was sat on 2 objectives. So yeah, just kind of get rid of that opportunity to be tempted to pop yourself. Yeah, I had the numbers to do it. I didn't have the courage really, but then a lot of instill fears to move my guys around. I did do my best to kind of like block him in that little corner you saw him in the battle report. You didn't quite see it too well. I probably need to work on my recording skills a little bit for these kind of battle reports, but I wanted a nice quick battle report, and I thought it'd be fun to quickly film this, because I'm usually using the Black Riders, so I thought everyone would like to see me facing the Black Riders. But I penned him in with the orcs that were in the centre, so he couldn't really escape from there unless he wanted to commit like instill fears there to try and run away. But he wanted to go for my leader and characters, which were all on that side. And the other orcs did make kind of like a shield wall between those gaps, but a couple of instill fears again. Started moving them away, but each time I made him cast an instill fear, it's just 1 less black dart fired at any of my leaders or heroes. So I thought it was worth it. Yeah, that was the tactic really. Block and sit on objectives. Strike when I had the opportunity. I was quite lucky with my list. I ran 2 wraiths. I usually run 2 wraiths. I love ring wraiths, as you know. If you follow my channel, ring wraiths are amazing in my opinion. So I had the ability to, fire back at him with spells, black dart in his horses. Because once you get rid of the Black Riders' horses, they lose so much of their potency. They're not maneuverable. They can't run around things. In Still Fear, one of them run around and black dart something else, compels things like that. So yeah, that was my main objective. Block him in as much as I could. Black dart his horses if I could. Yeah, just dehorse him and then tag him up as much as I can. Ghulivar was amazing. He had 1 turn where he actually did something, but that turn he killed 3 wraiths, and 3 wraiths out of 9, that's a third of his force. So yeah, well done Ghulivar. I'm happy with that. You got your points back in 1 turn. Yeah, and then it was just the humble orc that was killing other wraiths. Yeah, I was quite happy with that. And then that snipey little cheeky black dart, the tainted, I kind of kept back in reserve. I wanted to try and keep him hidden, give him Ghulivar as almost like a distraction kind of effect. He had the resistance to magic. If I'd lost Ghulivar, it would have been a big blow, but it's better than losing the Witch King or the Tainted in my opinion, because they're the only things that could really reach out and cast spells back at him. And it did work out in my favour. It was a bit of a risk, but yeah. But he had to get rid of Ghulivar, because 1 turn, 3 wraiths down, that's exactly why he was focusing on Ghulivar. So it makes sense. I would have probably done the same. Yeah, I absolutely love Ghulivar. First time using him properly, and he performed very, very well. And he rolled like a boss for his courage test as well. He only had to take 1 in that game. So yeah, can't complain with that. Once he did that heroic combat, he was in his face, and he had to deal with him. He had to deal with Ghulivar. Yeah, and then the Tainted came in like a boss, just as like I wanted him to. saw his opportunity to shoot the Witch King. I was like, do I go for his horse? Do I go for him? Screw it, well, let's go for him. I've almost got him. And yeah, I sniped him. I got the leader kill. The Witch King had, at that point, been in a spot to fly away, denying him the leader kill. And we ran out of time as well, but at that point it was really no coming back. He couldn't catch up to the Witch King. I had orcs blocking him in. And he only had 4 of his models left. Ghulivar was still stood there, looking very angry. He didn't have much will left on anyone. And I still had the orc captain. I still had the tainted with a bunch of will left. So, yeah, no, very good game. He played really well. He's a really nice player. He actually came 3rd in one of the Throne of Skulls with his Iron Hills. So he knows what he's doing. But 3rd game with the Wraith, Legendary Legion. I think he did rather well. Bad scenario for him, but is what it is. Is what it is. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of short, quick fire battle report. Let me know in the comment section down below if you did, or if you want it to be a bit longer, a bit more detailed. But I thought I'd give this a go, and I thought it'd be cool for people to see. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you did like it, do consider liking it. Really helps the channel out. And if you're feeling especially saintly today, do consider subscribing. But even if you don't do either of those things, I still hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.